Warm good morning to everyone. My name is Professor Roshan, and I'm here to introduce you the course Operations Management 1. This is a compulsory course in the first term of your PGDM at KIAMS, and I welcome you all. So today's session is an introductory session on what or the importance of operation management is, and we'll be seeing that what are the modules which we will be you will be learning, and we'll be going into a discussion of each of the modules in our sessions in our coming sessions. And for this, this is an overview of the course, and we'll start off. So when we heard the term operations management, it's a term which is much more related to mechanical engineering or manufacturing engineering. But to tell you, operations is everywhere. Be it services, be it manufacturing, operations plays a very important role. Let me tell you a few examples of business scenarios. And on that basis, I'll tell you what are the importance or what is the importance of learning this course and how this course will add value to you. So right now, we all are facing the pandemic situation, which is the worldwide. It has been a big problem worldwide. Because of this pandemic, many of the global economics have been under a lockdown, and ultimately it has led to a loss of business for many people around the world, be it a small firm, be it a big firm, be a medium scale firm. All the firms, all the companies across the globe are facing a lot of problems. What has happened with the global lockdown is that many companies have had to shut down their offices because of the losses they had, and they could not bear the lockdown for a further. And it has been more than around 3 to 4 months in India itself that the lockdown has been applied, and still the process of unlock is going on. Few industries have started. The industries which were in for major supplies for the hospitals are actually working more prominently, but it is a difficult situation for us in India. The ICRA has stated that because of this lockdown situation, the economic slowdown is happening, and the growth of what the Indian economy should have grown to around 4.7 to 5.2%, it is going to be reduced to around 2%. So that is the impact what the global pandemic is making on the businesses, and the small companies which are there, or maybe a new startup, they cannot actually bear this kind of lockdown for such long durations, as they don't have the resources to maintain themselves for such a longer duration. So that is a problem which companies are facing. And because of this situation, what has happened is that it has also become an opportunity for companies to look into their operational parameters, operational strategies, and come up with new ways of making sure that their manufacturing doesn't stop, or and how their workers would be safe, and how well they will be still able to deliver the products to the customers in a better manner. So this period is basically is what they are looking into, a restructuring of their operational models. A lot of research studies are also happening on this part of how companies are restructuring their models so that they will be better equipped, and better in a better manner. They will be able to deliver what they are been doing regularly, and hopefully that this pandemic will also be an opportunity for them to look into in this in a different manner. And yes, it is a difficult situation. Let me take you back in the year 2007, 13 years down the lane, and not a similar situation, not a pandemic situation, but a recession had stuck because of the financial meltdown which happened, and it was a global phenomena that year, that time too, that period too, and it led to a lot of stalling or the plummeting of various industry outputs, the trades, as well as the manufacturing sector, which was not doing so well. It led to a lot of unemployment across the globe. And during this period, also companies were facing big challenges, big operational challenges, to tell you rightly. And when you speak about these operation challenges, there were few companies. These companies, report by McKinsey, state that these companies, they were termed as resilient companies. These companies were actually they faced the turbulence during the economic slowdown in the year during 2007, 2008, and during that period. And during that period, they have actually come out better. They have matched the turbulence and able to bear the turbulence in such a manner that throughout the period they were able to come out in a resilient manner. So the study by McKinsey state that this company were called as resilient companies, and these companies were actually benefiting and they were doubling their operational effectiveness. They also managed to cut down their operating cost by 1%. That's a big number. And if you observe that these companies, they were actually looking into cutting down all their debts and making sure that the balance sheets is looking favorable. And while on the other hand, some companies were not looking into this minor details of improving their operational procedures. And to tell you this, these resilient companies have actually developed, and they have come out very well during that turbulence period. In a volatile market was there, and a volatile situation with led to the with which was happening due to the economic recession. And that was a period when operational procedures were much more focused on by this companies, which are the resilient companies, and that led them for a better way of managing the situation in that period. So that is where operational or managing operational comes, and it's very important for companies to look into this angle of managing the operations in such a manner that they are efficiently delivering and efficiently performing, as well as making sure that they have a sustainable you can say the sustainability of their products, their sustainability of the things they are working into are there for a longer duration. That's what they did. They focused on their operations management. They made sure that the things are better and better. Dealing with this also in this era, and now the technologies are coming into picture. A lot of technologies are coming into picture. The manufacturing sector is changing with respect to the artificial intelligence is coming into picture. Machine learning is coming into picture, and a lot of new things are coming, and operational models are changing. So what we learn from this economic recession or during that period is that companies can actually, you can say, modify and they can be innovative in their operational procedures in such a manner that they will be able to face the pandemic situation in a better manner and deliver their products to the customers in a better manner, and be positively in a direction leading towards growth. That is what this is specifying. This era, which was in 2007 and 8, specified that operational management procedures have to be taken care of. How operation management can help you to better your company's growth, and how will it help you to cut down the cost and all the things with respect to improving productivity, improving efficiency can come into picture, right? Now, moving ahead, this is the case of the company which is Boeing, and this company is into manufacturing airplanes, and they had a recent incident, and it was a very tragic incident indeed. There was a accident which happened in Ethiopia. The flight which was there, that is a 7376 Max Boeing, which is shown in the figure here, in the diagram here. And this is their best-selling model, and you can say that a situation came, a tragic incident happened wherein in Ethiopia, the capital of Ethiopia, they had the Boeing 737 had a crash, and n number of people had died. Around 159 people have lost their lives. That was a very tragic incident, and this was the second kind of incident that happened last year in 2019 in the month of March, and it was only uh, actually it was in just 6 minutes that this incident happened, and it was a very tragic incident, loss of a lot of life, and a fatal accident which happened. What has actually happened is that the pilot of the aircraft who faced some difficulties while the takeoff, he had informed the main depot that there is some issue, and he requested to come back onto the track and to land the aeroplane again. But while the flight was being landed, it went into a crash, and it was a tragic loss for the people out there, the company, and it was a very bad thing which happened. And due to this, the second incident, previous incident had taken in the year 2019 in Indonesia, a similar incident which was involving the 737 Max, right? This incident led to a lot of problems to Boeing, and a 737 Max, I tell you, the productions have been cut down. It has been the first time in 20 years that 737 Max productions have been stopped or stalled, and many countries across the globe, they actually stalled Boeing from flying, said the 737 Max, and that was a tragic loss for the company because it led to huge losses in billions for them, because the flights which carry a huge revenue, and a decision like this in many countries, the stalling of the aeroplane was an unprecedented one, but they had to bear it, and it led to a lot of huge losses. Boeing says that Boeing, they specified this, that there was an issue with the staller system of in the aircrafts, and because of that system, the software, some upgradation problems were there. They are not specifically told the details of it, but to tell you that if it's a problem with the software, it is more related to the quality. So what do you think? Is it the quality which Boeing did not they did not deliver, or what had happened? We don't know. When we go into the depth of it, we can just assume that if the quality was not up to the mark, maybe they were in a hurry to manufacture the product. Maybe they did not look into the vital details of protocols, or maybe some other changes were made in production in such a way that the manufacturing could happen in a faster way, and that might have led to a quality problem. Those could be the things which we, as if we view through an angle of operations, can see into the picture, right? So if you observe, quality is an important issue related to anything, because you can see in the example of Boeing, if quality management was done properly, there would have been chances that there wouldn't have been any crash, and it would have been not such a huge issue wouldn't have happened. So that's the importance where operations management plays, and we'll be seeing how this quality and all this quality management is done in operations, which is a part of the operations management, how it is so important for the companies. Moving forward, the second company is called as the Procon Specific. So if you observe here, this company is into packaging solutions. They package solutions, the industrial packages units, and they make sure that these packages are sent across. And whatever you want to pack, you can go to them, and they have their best solution across the country in USA. And the main thing is that Procon Specific has the majority of the manufacturing which happens in China. Now, if you remember, there's a trade war which is happening between China and USA, United States, and it has been happening for around two, 3 years now. And there has been tariff rises. So when US increases, the Chinese increase, and there has been a retaliation. And there's been a trade war which has been going for a longer time. So in this kind of trade wars, the companies like Procon Specific have faced some issues, because they have all their setup in China. Because in China, the welfare, the labor is available in a cheaper rate, and the supply chain management is done in a cheaper manner. So to save their costs, they have moved their the company is from US, but they have their manufacturing units in US in China. And because of these issues, and because of so China also had maybe they also did some acts wherein they had stopped some units which were of Procon Specific, which were actually with regards to some issues which were laid by the government of China, stating that pollution was this reason, and they were asked to shut down their few of their operational you can say manufacturing units there. And because of that, they have shifted, and because of a large trade, or you can say the last trade war which has happened, Procon Specific have now shifted maximum of their manufacturing to India. So they are in India, in Gujarat. And if you observe here, this is what happens is how you as a company would be able, or how are they able to move from China to India in such a short manner. and understanding all the trade wars which are happening and to justify it, and they have moved it to here. And this all the location, why Gujarat, why not Pune, why not the other locations? All this we will be learning in operations management, how companies or take decisions with regards to their planned situation in a specific country, how do they start their plans, how the manufacturing happens, and what kind of manufacturing happens. All this will be seeing in this part of your in this part of the course. That is why operation management was one of the important courses in your. The next company is Huawei. So Huawei is into it's a big technology, multinational technology. It's from China, and they are into a big technology firm. And they were also they also had faced an issue because USA actually banned Huawei, and they banned Huawei 5G's technology and in the United States, and they lobbied against the allies of different countries, making sure that the other countries also ban Huawei, stating the reason that Huawei is actually the technology which they are using takes some personal data and all these things, and that was a thing which the Huawei faced, and because of this, there's a lot of problems with the supply chain people who are working, or supply chain companies which are part of the Huawei supply model. They are also facing some issues. These companies have also been in the list, and Huawei was blacklisted, and because of this, these smaller companies have also faced some issue. So if you observe here, China also retaliated in a different manner. They also called up Dell and Microsoft, who have their units there, and they specifically spoke to them that they are not supposed to make an ally with the US, with the US, stating that okay, this ally is not needed. If you are allying, then we are also going to take an action against you. You are allying to do something to Huawei and so on. The trade war or the technological war, if you say, it is still happening, and it is happening in a big scale now. And when technology comes into picture, because of this wars, what happens is that it hampers the supply chain, and when the supply chain is affected, it affects the company's profitability, and many things are getting affected indirectly. So being in this course, you will be learning how this profitability is there, and how the capacity management is done, and how things can actually work in a better manner, right? Moving forward, the next company is Apple. So Apple is a company which is into technology. You have Apple watches, Apple phones. They also had a decision regarding moving out all of their trade from China to some other countries in the Asian countries, and that is also because of the trade wars which are happening. And because of the trade wars, if you can observe here, the trade wars are a reason why companies are moving out. And when they move out from some places or the other, there are some loophole which is left. So this loopholes again impact the smaller supply chain, which are interlinked to the or supply chain partners who are interlinked to the bigger companies. So these companies or the smaller companies have to make sure that they're delivering value to the customer, and that is where our course of operation management will come into picture. Operation management